Forget about logic and allow the blissful ignorance of fantasy to wash over the wrestling world, and it's clear there are countless names who would make WWE a much better place. No, some of these returns aren't forthcoming, and others, yeah, we've probably got more chance of seeing Enzo rapping on Raw than them making a return. But still, that doesn't mean they wouldn't enhance what we're seeing on both major brands currently. We can dream. I'm Adam Wilborn from WhatCulture, and these are 10 wrestling returns that would improve WWE TV. Number 10, Neville. As the division's lead heel, Neville was in his element in 2017, cutting the promos of his career and finally allowed to showcase some personality. He complemented his already stellar in-ring performances by finally having feuds that fans could get their teeth into. And no capes. Neville could do so again if he and WWE can sort out all the problems that exist. He'd be the perfect counterpoint to chirpy GM Drake Maverick on 205 Live, and that threat could be the catalyst for Maverick himself to shed the suits and finally do some wrestling in WWE. Number 9, Rey Mysterio. My best friend Mysterio, in tremendous physical shape despite nagging injuries, would be a credit either to 205 Live's Cruiserweight division or a higher profile role on SmackDown, mixing it up with the likes of AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, and more. Matches like Mysterio versus Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, or even giants like Braun Strowman are mouth-watering prospects. Back when he gatecrashed January's Royal Rumble or April's Greatest Variation, Rey's return seems so close to happening. Simply put, it has to happen. Number 8, John Morrison. The truth is, WWE are the ones who would benefit most from Morrison's return. The Jim Morrison rockstar persona he worked under before leaving in 2011 is still memorable, and he's improved vastly as a wrestler since then. Just imagine the matches he could have on either brand. There's also potential at some point down the road that you could link his rockstar gimmick with Shinsuke Nakamura's and form an incredibly star-studded tag team too. And let's not forget that slow-mo entrance. Number 7, Karma. Nowadays, Karma can be seen living it up on the revamped Glow series on Netflix. Her colourful, likeable personality shines through, and it's a complete departure from the nightmarish character she played on WWE. Remember that time she made Michael Cole himself in the Rumble? A match against Nia Jax is the most logical and would show progression in WWE's outlook on female wrestling. Even several years ago, the thought of Vince McMahon presenting two larger women locking horns in a serious wrestling match would have been laughed at. Now though, it's a real possibility. Number 6, Batista. Batista's success in Hollywood would get more eyes on the WWE product, and we've seen in the past they'll do near enough anything to do that. WWE would have to learn from past mistakes if they brought Batista back into the mix though. This time around, he'd suit a part-time gig as a bitter heel, desperate for revenge on Bryan for stealing his spotlight. I mean, why not? The man has repeatedly stated in interviews he'd need a good story in order to bring him back. Gunning down a recently returned Bryan would do just that, and would bring some closure on a period that was clearly very difficult for him. Number 5, The Rock. It'd be really interesting to see WWE use Rocky in time for SummerSlam as opposed to waiting for the usual WrestleMania window. That wasn't possible due to his movie schedule this year, so sorting out a short feud and return in time for the biggest show of the summer would make up for missing Mania. And that time he set fire to those shit letters. Ideally, it'd keep Roman Reigns busy and out of Brock Lesnar's hair too. That story is one WWE have already leaned on quite a bit too much this year, and there is little clamour to see a rematch in Brooklyn. The Rock, himself a part-timer who ghosts in just whenever he feels like it, something Roman has been very critical of Lesnar for, would be the ideal opponent. Number 4, Cody Rhodes. Right, it's important to affirm at this juncture that fantasy is at play here. No, Cody isn't beating down WWE's door for a return, nor does he need to. He is a self-made success outside of the WWE bubble. The man gets how to present himself as a star, no dust needed, has shown vigor for portraying the old school heel, and is having some of the best matches of his career. As an overbearing jerk, Cody would be brilliant against Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, or AJ Styles. I need to lie down. Number 3, Chris Jericho. Like wrestling's own version of David Bowie in his prime, Chris Jericho is the master of reinvention. Just remember, his Y2J nickname is a takeoff of the new millennium. You know, the one that happened 18 years ago. God, I'm old. WWE should always want someone with Jericho's brain in their midst, and there's every chance once he feels his time in Japan has run its course that he'll come up with something new to usher in his WWE comeback. And when he does, we'll be there with bated breath. Number 2, CM Punk. Come on, we all knew this was coming. Seeing him back in WWE, yes, right now, does seem ludicrous given all that has happened. But be honest, it's not impossible once enough time has passed. Hey, stranger things have happened, and he'd get the hardcores hot under the collar just by showing up. Number 1, Shawn Michaels. Michaels, akin to Stone Cold Steve Austin, is the kind of legend fans would love to see have one more match. Whilst Austin has made it clear that he's not interested, Shawn is, and that should be enough to get older fans excited. Younger viewers should too, because they get to see a master at work. Even if HBK was 2 steps slower than what he was in his WrestleMania 26 match against The Undertaker, he'd have the smarts to work wonders with AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura. Honestly, take your pick. Hell, stick him in a tag match alongside Triple H as DX, and I'd still bloody watch. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And you can head over to WhatCulture.com now for more news, updates and opinions, and check out some more of our recent videos here. Thanks for watching. I've been Adam from WhatCulture, and I'll see you soon.